Matt, 1-0 defeat at home tonight to Rochdale. Just what's your initial thoughts on the performance?
I thought on the whole the performance was good. We spent large spells without the game, but you're going to do that against good teams, and they're a good team. They're in the playoffs for a reason, and I think the thing that obviously disappoints me tonight is, yes, we concede. I haven't watched it back yet. It seems to loop in. They didn't really have too many clear-cut chances where they cut us open. And look, we had to change the team tonight because we've got lads running on empty, and I'm sure that every team has. But we seem to be losing 2 or 3 players every game at the moment. So, some things, maybe needs to change in terms of, and it will change next season. So, just said in there to the group, we need to be fitter, faster, and stronger next season, because at the moment we look as if at times we really struggle to affect teams. But I thought the shape was good. As I say, we changed the shape during the first 20 minutes because we saw that they were maybe getting out a little bit too easy. So I thought after that it was positive. But I have to say we've been harshly dealt tonight. I think Tav's definite penalty, and then there should be, I think, maybe one of their players not on the pitch, but I'm not going to stand there and use that as an excuse. What I will say to you, Seb, is that each and every player is giving everything they've got. You when you spend a lot of time in football, i.e. first as a player and then as a coach and a manager, you sense it when players aren't giving you everything. This group are giving the supporters and they're giving all the staff everything. You can't ask any more. It just felt tonight in the final third when we had those big moments, we probably weren't clinical enough. But that's the difference between the two teams. That's probably why they are where they are, and we are where we are in the league. So, look, disappointed to not get anything out of the game tonight. I thought we were worthy of a point. I'm sure that their manager will say otherwise. But what we do now is it's important and really imperative that the players send the supporters off from here with a positive performance and result against Dagenham. I want to finish the season on a high. I want to finish with 3 points. We're at home. We're going to pick the strongest team we possibly can to go out and win a game of football. Look, that's all I'm concentrating on, not what other clubs are doing. It's about what we do. We want to finish the season strongly, and we want to send our supporters off with a smile on their face so that we can take some momentum into next season.
And you mentioned the injuries. It's just all happening at once and just never really falling for us, and that's kind of been the tail of the tape, hasn't it, the last few weeks?
It has. It's just, I think it's part of a conditioning issue, and you have to look at that, and we work the players hard, but there's only a certain level that we can get to at the moment. And as I say, next season we will be fitter, we will be faster, and we will be stronger, because to compete at the end of the league that we want to next season, it's a must that those 3 things are better than they've been this season.
And Laurie Walker, man of the match performance from him, some big saves.
He's been outstanding since he's come back into the group. He's been nothing short of exemplary in his work on a daily basis. What you're seeing is you're seeing a goalkeeper who played for Barnet for 2 seasons as their number 1. When I saw that we had signed him at the beginning of the season, I thought it was an excellent signing. Laurie's gone through a tough period, as all players do, but what he's done is he's showed immense character to bounce back from that, and the players know how valuable he is. Again, I think he might have tweaked his calf after about 5 minutes, but manages to stay on and manages to produce some really good saves. I don't think they were point blank saves. We knew that the opposition tonight liked to shoot from distance. What Laurie did was he set himself and he made some magnificent saves. So pleased for him. He shouldn't be on the losing team tonight. But as I said, I think you probably see the difference between a team that's confident, a team that's at the top of the league, a team that has really good attacking options at the top of the pitch, and us. And that's no fault of anybody. It's unfortunate that this season we've picked up far too many injuries, and we've got to address that, and we've got to make sure that isn't the case next season.
And looking ahead to Dagenham and Redbridge, the final game of the season, and an opportunity for the fans and community to get behind Moors in the Giving Game, where tickets are effectively donated to the Moors Foundation, just a chance to end the season on a high. Yeah,
that's what we want to do. That would be my message to all the supporters. Come along and back the players. It's my message to the players that they have to give the supporters something to get behind. and they have to produce a performance. Whatever team is picked, I want to go out there and I want to take 3 points from the game. It's regardless of the opposition we're playing against. I can't look at what other teams and other clubs are doing. I can only focus on what we're doing. So look, I would urge them to come out and support us. But in saying that, if they're going to spend their money, they're going to come out and support us. What we've got to do is deliver a performance. That's myself, the staff, that's everybody, but the players on the pitch, the players that are on the bench that are going to affect the team, they've got to put in a performance, because I want the supporters to leave here knowing that next season is one we approach with optimism, because we can't affect now what's happened in the past, Seb. The only thing we can do is affect what happens in the future, and I think it's going to be a busy summer. There's going to be obviously players that leave, there'll be players that sign. What we've got to make sure is that we get the right players in the building.
Matt, thank you.